the MLB standings right now. The AL East, the Tampa Bay Rays are still in first place. They're 57-34, but they're losing. They were losing last time I checked, 4-0 against the Braves. The Orioles are 53-35, 2.5 games back. The Yankees are 49-41, 7.5 games back. The Blue Jays are 49-41, 7.5 games back as well. And at the bottom of the division, we got the Red Sox, 47-43, with 9.5 games back. What's your guys' take on this division, Carl?
First of all, it's always got to be a hater, man. Hey, look, hey, you just can't satisfy people. Throw a no hitter. Oh, it wasn't a perfect game. They hit 2 home runs. Oh, it wasn't 3 home runs. Like, come on, man. What more you want, man? But first of all, you're welcome, Orioles. Second of all, I'm not really surprised at number one. Tampa Bay Rays is a great team. Always had great pitching, got a good bullpen, good starters. Offense can be hit or miss at times, but I'm not surprised that they're number one. I believe you said the Yankees were 2, correct?
Third right now.
So 2 is the Orioles.
Yeah.
Orioles are surprised at 2 from the beginning to now. Like throughout the season, them being 2 isn't a surprise. But if you ask me, would I be surprised at the beginning of the season that it would be 2? That's a surprise there. They've been playing well. I do remember the first episode. I watched the Orioles, and offense really isn't an issue. It was more so pitching. If they can fix the pitching, the Orioles could be really good. And now they're number 2. Yankees at 3rd is a bit of a surprise. Like you like to say, y'all got like $100 million or so on the IL, and that
just got back like 40 million.
The offense kind of stunk because of it. So y'all to still be middle of the pack is pretty good for the amount of turmoil y'all going through. Once y'all can get those players back, y'all can make a run. I don't know if you'll make a push for first because the Rays are really good, but second to get that wild card spot, you can make that push there. Blue Jays at 4th. Not really surprised there. And the Red Sox last. Sorry, I'm not surprised either. I know y'all 5-1 against the Yankees. Y'all also whooped my team a couple months ago, but not really surprised that y'all in last. Y'all let go of who was it, Xander Bogaerts, who was kind of basically y'all best player last year. I think y'all lost Evaldi, correct, to the Rangers last year. So lost some pitching there. Chris Sale was hurt, I believe. So not really surprised that Boston's in last.
Javon, how you feel?
No, I definitely think the first 2 teams, Tampa Bay and the Orioles, they definitely have something special going on within both of their organizations, where I think those 2 teams are probably going to sit at the top of the division for the rest of the year. And I think it's going to be a battle between the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox for that 3rd place spot. I think that's going to keep switching up and down. But I mean, as far as the Red Sox go, even though, I agree with you, Carl, that we lost Bogaerts, we do have something special going on. Like, it may not seem like that because we're in last place, but the record is really not that bad. If you look at it as a whole, it's really not that bad, and all it takes is probably like 2 weeks of some hot baseball, and we're right back in it. But, I mean, I think those 3 teams, the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox, are really going to be battling for that 3rd spot. I think the Orioles and the Rays, they just got something special going on in their clubhouse. But I think it's going to come down to playoffs for them, lack of experience. Like, the Orioles are probably going to have a rough time in the playoffs, and I think the Rays, they always seem to choke in the playoffs. But ever since they made it to the World Series that 1 year.
Teddy, I see your face.
Yo, what was that? He said the best team in the league? What's that?
Hey, but
Joe said the Red Sox
sometimes
look like the best team in the league.
Yeah, that's
I agree. I agree with that statement. There are times. I mean, we just beat up on Evaldi the other day, and we let go of him, right? We just beat up on him. That felt pretty good.
That's still crazy.
We're beating the really good teams. That's the thing that really I just can't understand. The Red Sox, they beat the most talented teams, and then we're losing to the sucky teams. So if we can eliminate that and just play up all the time, I think we'll see a big change this after the All-Star break.
Yeah, I watched a couple of y'all games. I like y'all leadoff Durant. I like bro.
He's nice. He's also very young too. He's got a lot of growth.
Yeah, he tough.
Yeah, he went 5 for 5 the other day.
He tough.
Today too.
Like, it's crazy. So the AL Central, the Twins are.
You ain't got no input, Teddy?
Huh?
You ain't got no input, Teddy?
Oh yeah, that's right.
He skipped himself.
Man,
his own stuff.
I mean, honestly, man, I mean the Rays, just like you guys said, the Rays and the Orioles have been playing some good baseball. The Yankees just had a series with the Orioles, and the first 2 games were great. The third one was okay, but it was, and then the last one was just terrible. It was 14-1 or something. I think we got on the board late in the game, but Severino had another bad start. But this division, I feel like the Yankees, once they get back into it, like once they get the injuries taken care of, and I think they are ready to take over this. What?
He's making fun of my division because we stink.
Oh goodness! Come on, Jerry.
Throw a no-hitter first and talk to me.
Wait till I get to NL East. But I feel like the Red Sox. I mean, I haven't really been watching them, but what I've living in Boston and seeing it, and like hearing Jovan talk about them all the time. I guess they have something cooking. I don't know, but the kids are still starving, so they're at the bottom of the barrel right now. So hopefully they can, like Jovan said, it's pretty much 2 weeks of good baseball, and they're right back in it. But if the Yankees, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw Giancarlo today. 2 absolute bombs. Well, one was a bomb, and then one, like, it was ruled it hit like the top of the wall. It was ruled a home run, but I'll take it. But I think the Yankees definitely move up into second place. I don't trust the Orioles. I mean, we just split with them, and they're not that good.
They beat y'all by almost 2 touchdowns in a baseball game.
Bro.
Let them know, Carl. Let them know.
I mean, like, no offense. I ain't got no dog in the fight, but, like, you can't say
No, I get you. I get you, but...
Brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, my God. Man, Jerry, leave my division alone. Are you jealous because you're not in the division? Huh?
Oh, man.
Huh?
So, moving on to the AL Central. We got the Twins at 45 and 45 in first place. We got the Guardians at 44 and 44. Tigers, 39 and 49. They're 5 games back. The White Sox are 38 and 53. They're 7.5 games back. And the Kansas City Royals are 25 and 64. 19.5 games back. Yeah, you heard me. You need a squirrel. All right? All right, Jerry. Jovan, how do you feel about this division?
I mean, I've been hoping that it gets better, but it just seems to just keep getting worse and worse. From top to bottom, it's just awful. But the Guardians, I think, probably have the most promise out of any team in that division, just because of their coaching, and they proved it in the playoffs last year that they know how to play small ball. So I think the team to watch probably is Cleveland over the Twins, even though the Twins are sitting on top. But I would have money on the Cleveland Guardians for sure.
Carl, how do you feel about your own division?
I actually got the Guardians winning the division too. I mean, the Twins got a couple of good starting pitchers, but I think the Guardians they got a couple of good starting pitchers too. So I think they'll get it together, like Jovan said. As far as the Royals, I mean, we all knew they stunk again They have Salvador Perez and Bobby Witt Jr. That's basically about it. And the White Sox somehow, some way, are still only like 5, 6 games behind around that 5.5. So again,
With a
somehow
losing
they're
record.
kind of still in it. And I think they were in this position like last year and made a push towards the end, just fell short. So I mean, I will also watch out for them because they streak somehow. But that's all I gotta really say. And leave my division alone. Okay, we got 2 teams that's 500. All right, dang.
I mean, yeah, I see the Guardians figuring it out in this division. I think they win it the last 2 years, or was
So I know they won last year.
okay, but I mean that offense can swing it. They'll beat you by 1,000 paper cuts, you know.
Yeah.
And then they just got back Tristan McKenzie. He came back, so that's gonna be good for them.
He's gone again, like Jerry's saying. I haven't seen a pitch in a while.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I think he's gone again.
Damn.
Yeah, that sucks. I like McKenzie.
Sad story.
Hey, producers, I don't need the funeral music. I mean, I hope we make a push.
So in the AL West, we got the Texas Rangers leading the division at 52-38. The Houston Astros are 49-40, 2.5 games back. The Mariners are 44-43, 6.5 games back. The Angels are 45-45, 7 games back. And the A's are 25-66, 27.5 games back. I mean, are the A's going to sell the team or what?
They're moving. They're moving for sure.
Yeah, I can't talk.
Like,
they're moving to Las Vegas for sure.
They have, 25 wins. That's bad. But the Rangers are, Carl, I'm gonna give you the credit, man. When we sat down and talked about in the beginning, before the season even started, he had the Rangers winning this division. I kind of looked at him funny, but hey, they're sitting pretty right now, even with DeGrom out. So
Two of those guys, I said they're big money guys who step up. And I believe both of them are in the All-Star game.
Yes. Yep. Seager and Simeon.
Yes, sir.
Yep. But I mean, the Astros are playing some pretty good baseball right now. The Mariners, maybe they get some momentum after the All-Star thing happens there, right? Just that feel, especially if J-Rod wins the home run derby. That would feel good for them going into it. But Carl, how do you feel about this division?
So appreciate the shout out, Teddy, about the Rangers. But other than that, it pretty much going how I thought it would go. I thought the Astros might be second. You said third was the Mariners, correct? If fourth Angels, then obviously last the Athletics. The thing about this division though, the Mariners have won a couple games. They were below 500 about a week ago. May or may not have cost me some money. Not gonna lie, in one of those wins. But we move on. But yeah, the division is shaking out to be a really good division. Rangers are playing great baseball. They can get hot, and once they get hot, it's over. I seen it myself. They did it. It's my Tigers. The Angels were playing really good at one point. Now they're starting to fall back to being the Angels, which sucks because the playoffs need Ohtani and Trout. But
Yeah,
it's looking like a lost cause. But overall, this is a really good division. It's just the Athletics is holding it back. But great division.
Jovan?
Yeah, I agree. The Oakland Athletics, they're definitely holding this division back for sure. I think I'm gonna shake it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna predict here. I think it's going to be the Astros win the division. I think the Mariners come in second. I think the Rangers finish in third. Uh, Angels fourth, and then we're going to go with Oakland last. I think that's my prediction. Just because the Astros have been there, done that, and they're so good at second half, getting hot, and really like, all right, it's crunch time. We know how to play when it's crunch time. So I think you're going to see a completely different team in the second half for the Houston Astros. And I think the same thing with the Mariners. The Mariners, I agree with you, Teddy. Them having the All-Star game in Seattle, I think it's going to light a fire under them, and they're going to get pushing strong. And then it's going to be like, all right, Rangers, have you faced this kind of heat? And not in a long time have they faced this kind of pressure. So if they start falling behind, I can see the Astros finishing first, Mariners finishing second, and then the Rangers finishing third. So that's just a wild prediction from me.
Hey, look, I had to take a wild one ahead of man, and then the Rangers on top, so I feel you.
Yep. And now
not to take away from the Rangers either. The Rangers have been playing outstanding baseball.
Yeah, for sure. Their offense can hit, and their pitching is doing just enough to keep them in contention to do something special this season. So we got the NL East, right? We got the Braves at 59-28, leading the division. The Marlins are 52-39, 9 games back. The Phillies are 48-40. They're 11.5 games back. The Mets are 42-46, 17.5 games back. If you thought it got bad with the Mets, it gets a little worse. The Nationals are 35-54, 25 games back. Jovan, how do you feel about this division?
It honestly sounds picture perfect to me. I think the Braves are definitely going to win this division for sure. The Marlins, they're honestly a shocker to me. I honestly was rooting against them, like for all the moves they made. Like it didn't make sense to me getting all those hitters that kind of all played third base. So I was kind of like, what are they gonna do here? Like they had Jazz, they had Luis Arias, they added
Segura knows, right? James Segura.
Mm-hmm. Segura, yep.
Who is the other?
Soler.
That was a great pickup from them. Wendell. Well, I'm thinking of Wendell.
Oh, Joey Wendell.
Oh,
yeah. Wendell was another like type player who kind of seemed to fit like the same mold as like Gene Segura and Luis Arias. So I'm like those three guys, and then you have Jazz as well. So I'm like, where are all these guys gonna fit? Like I know you want hitting, but position wise, I don't see it like adding up. And they honestly they proved me wrong 1,000%. They played in Boston recently, and they absolutely crushed the baseball last week. They destroyed us. So, end of the day, I think the Marlins might have something going for them right now. I think the Braves win it, and I don't know about the Phillies, man. They spent a lot of money, and they're not playing up to it. So, we'll see what happens there. And the Mets is just playing god awful. And then the Nationals, I'm not too surprised after they sold the team. They're in a rebuild stage right now. So I think it all looks good to me in that division.
Moment of silence for the Nationals.
Yeah, that's for the Nationals.
Yeah, Cole.
Hey, look, I agree with Javon. I mean, not about the whole hidden thing, because that's more in depth than my knowledge. So I can't say I agree or disagree with that one. Can't even take credit for that. But other than that, the Marlins are a surprise for me as well. More so, Sandy, like Jerry said, I'm so disappointed. Sandy was one of my favorite pitchers last year. He's been so bad compared to last year. It's ridiculous. But other than that, the division kind of shaking. I think I had the Mets higher because Verlander, Tigers fan, so gotta rep my boy Verlander and Mad Max. But Hey, Teddy warned me. Mets are going to Met. That's why when he was saying what he said, I seen that smirk on his face. I can't wait to say it. But hey, look, my last thing I got to say is 39 is more than 35. If you know, you know.
Oh man. I feel like this division's over. They're really just playing for the wild card right now. And the Phillies made a good jump in the second half last year. Then they ended up in the World Series. So maybe they can do it again with the addition of Trey Turner and Harper getting a little healthier with his arm and stuff like that. Like Carl said, the Mets will Met. I don't understand why they went to a senior citizen home and tried to get tried to get starting pitching and gave them like, oh, hold up.
Also coaching. The coaching. Buck Showalter, he just goes somewhere and he blows the whole place up.
Hold up one second. Hold it 1 second. We got a super chat. My guy Tomo, he said hashtag BWT for the win, hashtag Natitude, hashtag become a member, hashtag R2L.
I'm so mad he sent that in the super chat because now I can't slander him. I'll say it in the chat.
Go ahead, Jovan. What were you saying?
No, I'm saying you said they went to the senior citizen home for their pitching. I also think they went to the senior citizen home with their coaching as well with Buck Showalter. I remember when he was the coach for the Orioles, and he just was god awful, And he's doing the same exact thing with the Mets, and it's a shame because he had Lindor and he had Baez, and he still couldn't find a way to win with that team. So, and he had some great pitching depth as well. So I'm honestly not surprised, and I blame the head coach. I won't be surprised if he loses his job after the season.
Hey, Teddy, can I say one more thing? Yeah. I have a friend who I'm going to try to get on this show who's like really knowledgeable in baseball, but he lives in Cali, so the time difference might not work out. He warned me about Sandy last year, and I hated that I had to tell him that he was right.
Yeah, he's definitely – he won Cy Young last year.
Yeah, Sandy, yeah. And while he did all that, he was trying to tell me. He's
got like a 6 ERA right now. It's crazy. Insane. And then they just sent down Yuri Perez to AA, not even a AAA, to AA.
Wow.
He got smacked around by the Braves. He only got one out, and then I think the start after that he didn't last too long, so they got to figure him out. Command or something.
But his ERA was like around a 1 something or something like that, right before those 2 games.
Yeah, he was doing well, but I guess they didn't like what they were seeing, so they sent him down to AA to get some work in. NL Central, we've got the Cincinnati Reds. Hold up. My boy Ricardo Smith sent another super chat. BWT, let's go Teddy. Appreciate you. We got the Cincinnati Reds at 50. Oh my God.
Okay, Teddy.
Hold up. We've got another super chat. My guy Jerry, Orioles will win the AL East. Hashtag book it.
And you gotta accept it. You gotta accept the super chat too.
Bruh.
So we got the Milwaukee Brewers in second place at 48-42, 2 games back. The Cubs are 41-47, 8 games back. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 40-49, 9.5 games back. And the St. Louis Cardinals are 37-52, 12.5 games back. My bad, Cardo. So, Jovan, how do you feel about this division?
I'm honestly disappointed in the Cardinals. I know losing Yadier was a big hit, but they also got Wilson Contreras, which I thought would be a good fit for that organization. That dude's he's a gritty ball player. He's always in everyone's face. He wants to win. Like, he won't stop at stop at anything to win. So I thought he was gonna be a good fit. Just doesn't seem like anything's going their way right now. Who did you say was at the top of this division?
Reds.
Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, I mean, the kid Ellie De La Cruz is like a generational talent. I won't be surprised if like he's a face up by the MLB if he keeps up what he's doing. And then who's in second?
The Brewers.
Wow, I'm surprised that the Brewers are in second. I'd have to say. And then
We had
who
the
do you got?
Cubs, the Pirates, and then the Cardinals.
So the Pirates have been playing some bad baseball the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a tough division to kind of like decide who's going to be where. But I think I would not be surprised if Ellie De La Cruz is healthy if they finish in first place, the Reds do. And hopefully the Cardinals can hit a stride and gain some traction and at least get to third. If not, it'd be a disappointing season for them.
Carl?
Pirates already overachieved in my eyes, to be honest.
I'm so sad about the Pirates. I was rooting for them. We was rooting for you, and now you just fell back apart. Like Brian Reynolds got that extension, and then everything just came crashing down. It sucks. I was actually rooting for them. The only time you're gonna catch me rooting for a Pittsburgh team, by the way. Anyway, the Reds being at first, it's a happy surprise because they were at the bottom of the barrel, and then they just rattled off like 11, 12 straight. And I was like, you know what? I can root for this. Like I like stuff like that. I like the underdog rising to the top. Like you said, Ellie De La Cruz, but also Andrew Abbott, who actually in his last start, which I believe was yesterday, got rocked. But other than that, besides that start, he was a weapon. He was going crazy.
Yeah.
Joey Votto would come out every blue moon and just blast the ball. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan India, I really like Jonathan India, a nice young guy. I do like the Reds, so I can see them finishing first. Brewers finishing second. I can see that as well, even though their pitching for the guys they have has been inconsistent, if I would say so. But yeah, I'm more so sad about the Pirates. And then last you said was the
St. Louis Cardinals.
Cardinals. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Javon. I'm highly disappointed in the Cardinals. It's not even, it's so bad. And I know Arenado tried to come out and say something to spark his team, and it probably worked like a week, and then it went right back. But yeah, it's the Cardinals, and I'm sad. I expected so much more from them.
Yeah, definitely. The Reds are the biggest surprise in the league for me. This team is legit, like Jerry said. But this kid De La Cruz, man, he stole 3 bases in 2 pitches.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Insane. If he can stay healthy, and then if O'Neal Cruz can come back, I see the Pirates making a run for the wild card. But other than that, if the Reds stay healthy, I like the way they're playing ball right now. So I see them staying on top of this division.
I forgot about O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah. Yep. So that's another hit for them. I mean, the rest of their offense is playing pretty well. I don't know if you guys saw Carlos Santana hit that walk-off the other day, and then he was gritty.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was against the Dodgers, right? I was watching. No, wait, which one was it? Somebody hit a walk-off against the Dodgers, I believe.
It might have been the White Sox, I think.
Yeah, I was watching one that he won 9-7 against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
He hit some before he hit home plate. That was fire.
Yeah. He went crazy. Yeah, Jerry, in 3 pitches.
That alley thing was crazy because he played it all so smooth. Like he slid in the third and like he was acting like he was dusting himself off, but he was looking the whole time. And as soon as they slipped up, took off.
Right. Crazy. The last division we got is the NL West. The Arizona Cardinals are leading this division at 52-38. The Dodgers are in second place, 50-38, a game back. The Giants are 48-41. 3.5 games back. The Padres are 41 and 47, 10 games back, and the Rockies are 34 and 56, 18 games back. Jovan, what do you think?
Do you guys know about Corbin Carroll? Like, is he hurt for a while, or what's the situation?
Didn't he play yesterday? I think he played yesterday.
Yeah, I think he hit a walk-off.
Yeah.
Really?
I saw a video that was like maybe like
He played yesterday. He got an RBI, I think, early.
Yeah.
All right, that kid is a game changer. I saw he did get injured. I wasn't sure like if it was something serious or not, but he's definitely a game changer. So I can definitely see the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers at the top of the division. The Padres, it's another team. Spent so much money and they're just not backing it up. It's like, dude, you spent all that money and you're just letting it go to waste at this point. It's kind of disappointing. Same with. Very similar team to the Mets. Like, they just spent so much money and they're not doing anything with it. But other than that, I think the guys at the bottom are going to stay there. I don't see the Padres making it too far. Maybe a wild card spot if they're lucky, but I think the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers can definitely stay at the top of this division.
All right. Look, I remember I came on your show and I said I like the Diamondbacks. I think they play better than what their record show. But I ain't like them like that. Like, I ain't think it was to this extent at all. Like, to them being in first place is for sure a shock. Like, I didn't like. I liked them. I like watching them. I'm like, okay, this team's not as bad as they say, but I didn't mean it like first place. No.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. And my boy Christian Walker still was playing pretty good baseball. I know I made that wild, wild go against the grain MVP pick, but he's still playing really well. The average came down a bunch. It's not at 300 no more, but still hitting a home run, still got a lot of RBIs. The Dodgers, they're always going to be in play for first place. I would never count them out. Like Jovan said, the Padres has just been very disappointing. I can't really say too much. I don't know what's going on there. You get Tatis, you got Soto, you got Bogart. No, yeah, they got Bogarts. Yep. You got Machado. I don't know what's going on there. And then the Rockies are just the Rockies. They have no chance finishing anything besides last in that division. So
yeah. But yeah, like you said, Carl, these Diamondbacks, they shocked me. Carroll's playing some crazy baseball right now. And let's hope he can stay on the field, because he's with that injury that he got the other day. I think it was like the second time in like a week that happened. So hopefully that's not a recurring thing to where it takes him out for a long amount of time during this playoff run that they're about to get into. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. You know, they got some injuries, and if they can continue to play good baseball, they're 6-4 in their last 10 on a 3-game win streak. I like their chances. But the Padres, man, that offense stinks.
yeah,
it stinks. That's sad. All right, let's get into the next topic. What would you say the state of your favorite team?
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.